Okay, what's the project for today? It's this pine, and it's not mine. It's one of my students where we're having a workshop. And this is the second time I'm looking at it. First time, we did something fairly drastic. So now, what to do? Well, this was one of those that was grown in the ground, so it fattened up. Unfortunately, sometimes you don't get the shape you want because it's really difficult to shape when they're in the ground. Yeah, last session we did a major cut. That's about as major as it's going to get. But the good news is it's starting to roll over. It was not as healthy as it could have been, but now it's getting much healthier. So that will help to heal that over. So another 4 or 5 years, if this gets covered up, it will be not too bad. Well, major problem was we had now no taper in this point. So we took off that major. So now we got to figure out what to do to make this a more complete. Okay, so I'm thinking we gotta think outside the box. This will not be traditional style. Those of you that's been following me, you know that when I have a situation where it kind of goes almost straight up, what do I do? Well, I think this one lends itself to being more of a weeping style, so that with a few cuts like this one here and all this being pulled down, I think it's going to be rather attractive tree in the next 2, 3, 4 years. So let's see what happens when I cut that branch. Well, that made a big difference. I think what we're going to do is to pull these down like this. We'll work this a little bit and maybe work some of this, and it should be on its way. Well, the beauty is down here. Okay, well, this is side view, but look at, we have the root flare, we have movement and taper. So we just have to work the foliage. Well, we had this whole year to get it healthy, so that makes a big difference. Actually, this project is rather simple. Well, last year was a major headache trying to decide, and I really don't like cutting all that big things off. But it has recovered, it's looked healthy, so I'm just gonna lightly trim and pull them down. And I think we're gonna have something pretty nice in the next few years. Okay, looks like this thing has a good future here. I'm not sure, but I have to resort to wiring this time. I typically don't wire, but I've been saying that under some circumstances, that's the only way to go. And I tried the string first, but I could not move the branches where it needed to go. Now, evidently on the last session, last year when we did the big cut, I did pull down some of these. That's how we got this weeping. Okay, right now I have one major consideration. This part seems uninteresting to me, but if I cut it off, I think it's a little bit premature. What I want is this one to come down to here, then I'll cut it off. Also, having this long is like a sacrifice branch, and it'll strengthen the upper part too. So I'm gonna wait, and then, maybe what I should do is to tie this so that I know what I was trying to do. That's one of the problems, is trying to remember everything. So this is looking at the backside, and like I said, the wound is starting to heal, so we're in pretty good shape. I wish we had the video from last year when it was kind of in poor health and in need of something major. But I think we have passed that hurdle, and actually this is going to look pretty good. Weeping style is not common for black pines, but I think this will work. Okay, let's take a last look before I sign off. So this is a field-grown Japanese black pine that we had to do a major work last year. And now I think it's headed in the right direction with a very interesting shape. So hopefully my friend Chuck will bring it back next year, then we could keep an eye on things. I just wish we had the foresight to have shot it last year, but hey, at least it's making a comeback. So I'll see you again real soon in another chapter